tune in. Braden Woodworth wants to send you a message. Braden. The first person is in the chat. Now it's 5 people, apparently. Man, this YouTube is driving me nuts. What's up, Jordan? Is this a hamster holding a donut? 13 people. Guys, write something in the chat. Who is online? Who is in the chat? Come on, guys. Where are you at? 13 people, now it's 5 people again. 999. What does that mean? 666. Today it's pretty quiet. No comments. Guys, I know you are in here. Write something in the chat. I do not speak Spanish. I don't. No hablo español. Thank you, Grady Jackson. I appreciate that. I got a new microscope today. Another one, and now have all the answers. All the answers I needed. It's crazy. There's just one microscope on the Chinese market or worldwide on the market that is capable of being used. All the other ones are not usable, really. The new one I received today is really a disappointment. I can show you that later. And yeah, it looks cool. I mean, it looks insane. It looks pretty amazing. But it's not about the look of the microscope. It's about how the footage is of that microscope, right? And the convenience. And it was the same price, but I paid $30 for the shipping. It was crazy. $30 for the shipping because I needed it fast. And they shipped it from the factory from China. And I could have bought the same microscope of Amazon, but this version has no screen but a Wi-Fi connect and a battery, so I can save it on my phone, the images. Yeah, it looks like little planets, doesn't it? It's really amazing. We look deep into these gemstones and we start seeing resemblances that are out of space, right? Out of our atmosphere. I actually met some guys that been professional telescope manufacturers. Even wasn't a coincidence. I think it's pretty interesting. Bro, Adrian, I don't understand that. I only understand. I understand nothing basically. Mhm. It's a cool swab, right? Take a look at this one. Bro, I don't speak Turkish either. It's not fake. What are you talking about? I have a certificate even here. I have all the stones certified by the labs. I know it looks fake because it's so perfect, but it's not. Ah, Jesus. Why? Hey, Jesus was crucified today, right? Or isn't it the holiday? Easter, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Um, yeah. Just a certificate, guys. Let me show you. Let me get this out of the. Damn it. Why is it so reflective? It's a stone. I don't even remember how much I paid. It's in my YouTube video. You can see it. Forgot it. Maybe $2,700 or something. That's pretty dope. That's super cool, actually. It's like a genuine Instagram filter, TikTok filter. But yeah. I mean, I would love to sell stones, but it's very difficult. It's not easy. Have to see it in real life also. Hey, we got 5 votes for the microscope. I'm from Germany. Hmm. We have some more stones. So stupid. The reflection and the casing destroys everything. Let's see. No audience today. I don't know if that's worth anything. I mean, I talked to a lot of people about this piece here, and it's very rare to get, very hard to come by. It's magnesium oxide in a crystallized form. In this size, it's pretty rare, in this color especially. So I don't know, man. I cannot get it. Like, I ask all the Chinese suppliers to send me something of this, or if they even have something like this. Nobody has this. Dr. Peretti has it. Dr. Peretti has some of this. Hmm. I don't know, maybe 100 euros. It came in a box with other genuine stones. Nobody knew what it is really. And then I figured it out. I don't want to sell it. Like, this is pretty dope. I want to keep it. Nobody can get it. I'm the only person that has it. I see. Is the connection that bad? No, no, this is synthetic. This is not a genuine stone. It looks genuine. I thought at first it's real because it's. Look at this. I mean, the structure. I don't have. Maybe my phone is charging. I don't know. It is. Kryptonite. It's magnesium oxide. It's a chemical connection and it's crystallized. However you call it in English. It's a yeah, it's magnesium and oxide bonded. and it crystallized. It's very heavy. It's not glass. You know what's funny? Some professor actually, I sent some photos of this to a professor, a very known person in the gem industry actually, and he called this glass, and that's when I knew like, hey, bro, everybody's a gem expert. That's when I realized like you don't need to take the stuff too serious. I mean, if the professor, he's literally, is he a professor? He has a doctor title. At least he has a doctor title. I even made a video about it, I think. But he called this glass, and I'm like, bro, glass doesn't crystallize. What are you talking about? But he's also pretty old. I don't know, man. Maybe he's sick. I don't know. Like, it's just weird to me. I don't know. Maybe 200 grams, 300 grams. It's just sick to have. You can fool people because this tests as diamond. If you put a diamond tester on it, will shoot up to diamond. Uh, Let me see. Where's my diamond tester? Where's the diamond tester? Oh man, it's a mess. It's a mess. Glass has no crystal structure. It's impossible. Like an amorphous mineral is the closest thing to a crystalline glass. Like this here. Look, this here is natural glass in an amorphous structure. The flashes are crystallized. You see these little flames in there? That's the crystallization of the silica, right? But it's still glass. It doesn't have a defined crystal structure. And glass is just glass. You have quartz glass, which is similar to this, which is melted quartz. People they turn natural quartz into fine powder or synthetic quartz, and then they melt it down and create glass out of it, and they use it for optics. It's pretty interesting. I mean, even the quartz glass doesn't have a conductivity. Like it's not really conductive. Yeah, it's amorphous. It's not a crystal. It's very simple. Same as opal. Opal is the same thing. It's not a crystal. If you break this opal, if I hammer this thing here into pieces, it will break. Like you cannot, how you call it? You don't know how it will break. Basically, it will break into a whatever shape. Like it just in lines. Even the fractures will have lines in it. Joe Beasy. I don't have my diamond test here now, but it's in my YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel. Just search Pericles, the gem expert. It's in there. It does have crystals in it, but very unnatural ones. It's very interesting. You can see there are crystal formations in there actually, but they are very unnatural. They have a certain formation. Yeah, glass cannot turn into crystal. That's true. Glass is glass. Ben Eifler, can you explain about the situation with tourmaline market? I don't know about the situation with the tourmaline market. Like, what's going on in the tourmaline market? All I know is that tourmaline is a nice stone, very, very rare when it's clean, and it's double refractive. And yeah, it doesn't have the strongest bling bling, I guess. That's what I've seen at least. Maybe there's some very clean stones that does, but yeah, it's a nice stone. It's quite cheap also. Unless it's very clean, then it's also very expensive. I mean, it's a fairy tale. If you find a stone without inclusions in it, it's almost impossible. Like, it's so rare. Even the fact that my sapphire has no inclusions in it, I wasn't even aware of it because I didn't care. I was like, whatever. But now that I realize there's not a single inclusion in there, I'm like, wow, this is a pretty unique piece. Let's see. Hmm. Seven people voted no. They don't want to see it in your microscope. I see. I mean, you should also buy gold and silver. It's not very liquid having gemstones. It's very difficult unless you know how to sell them again. Let's just say they will hold their value and increase in value, but you will not be able to sell this right away. I mean, I could sell this tomorrow probably, but I would not make any profit, or maybe a little profit only. It all depends on in which price category you buy it, you know. A digital microscope. I don't really like analog microscopes anymore. I think it's way too heavy, way too big. Digital is the way to go. Everything is digital these days, and we need to, yeah, get used to that. That digital is the way. It's way easier, smaller, and it's not necessarily more expensive. It depends. You know, if you look at the imagery that this tiny thing is able to provide, it's pretty good for that price. $47 people don't want to see the microscope. 47%. Everything is a risk. I mean, you have to be able to afford to buy these stones without needing the money, right? If you need the money, you will find yourself in a bad situation because you spend so much time finding these stones and then selling them for the same price you bought them for is a waste of time and of energy, right? Would be very devastating. But other than that, this is the safest investment probably because they will always have value, even in 1,000 years, 10,000 years, who knows? Thank you, Ben. And you always find good deals if they have inclusions in them. With this stone, there's inclusion in the on the top, like on the front facing inclusion, decrease the value. If this would be loop clean, this would be much more expensive. What's up, Raiden? I mean, I would have my connection. I would buy it from a connection. I got to know some people and then I would buy from them because I know I can trust them. They have the best prices. This is Svavrite. It's not that expensive. I got it for, I think, 2,700 euros or something. Just to find a stone like this in Europe is very difficult. And here they would sell it for 10 grand or 12 grand, who knows? Like they would demand ridiculous prices for stones like this. That's cool, Ben. I mean, I met them in the JTC tower. I met them on Instagram already. Then I met them in real life. There are plenty of people in the industry, and not so much at the conventions. It depends, really. Like, you really have to just meet people and see if they are genuine, if they have good prices, and make your own opinion on it. Because there have been people that have been ripping people off also in Hong Kong. There have been some Colombian guys. I was like, what the hell are they demanding for prices? This is ridiculous. How would they even sell something, right? Like they had so high prices. It was incredible. It was almost fraud. Just because they've been flying out from Colombia to Hong Kong doesn't mean that they can demand these ridiculous prices, right? I mean, you can text me on Instagram, Braden. Maybe I can help you out if you are serious. But yeah, most people are not serious. That's also what I've learned. It's all just fantasies. Like 99%, 98% of the people they just talk and they would like to deal in gemstones, but they are clearly not on the level yet. I always say, make sure you have good amount of money or start small. You know, start with the tourmalines, the garnets, get into that rather than. And that's the beauty about colored stones. You don't need a lot of money. You can just start with a couple dollars and get into it. I forgot. Yeah, you just texted me. I was reading your name in the beginning. Hmm. I don't know, Braden. I got a lot of messages, man. I got a lot of requests. It was all fraud. It's very unlikely to find connect over Instagram. Also, this is also what I've learned. It's mostly real life scenario. You can learn a lot on the internet, but getting serious people on a business on a business trip with you or whatever not, it's quite difficult. It's not that easy. High profile people usually are not on the internet. Well, it's unlikely that they message you if you have a small following. Let's just say that. If you have a big following, there's a likelihood that even big people approach you, right? But yeah. We got 19 votes. 58% wants to see the microscope. The thing with the new microscope is it has a higher magnification, but it's totally not suited for gemstones. Like it's not only about the magnification, but also about the base, the lighting, and the filter. Having a polarizing filter on a microscope is very, very important. That's what I've learned. I didn't expect it because I thought now the new Chinese model would be better, but it seems like it's not. It seems like the cheaper version, which I got very fast with Amazon Prime, was the better option. Hey, cool, $2. Thank you. Show Micro, Nunya. Let me see. Ah, damn it. I don't want to drop all the stones. Let's see. Hmm. this would be the microscope, the new one. This is the cheaper one. It's very lightweight. It's made out of plastic. And you can see it has no screen on it, so you connect it with Wi-Fi to your smartphone, which is amazing. You can just take photos and videos onto your smartphone. And it has also two lightings down and up. And it has two lenses. You can exchange these lenses here, which is pretty cool. But it's not it. I will show you maybe in the live stream. You can also connect this to your computer and live stream with it, whatever not. So this is 130 euros only. It's quite cheap. But I had to send it from China because I want it this year. This is not available in Germany, at least, with this setting. The depth of the field. Yeah, it's logical. If you have an eyepiece that's 10x and you got a 4x optic that is magnifying, then you have a 40x magnification. It's quite simple. And if you then double it, you have 80. So you basically multiply it by the magnification, yeah. And if you zoom into it, you have to multiply that too. And the cool thing is it's light. Guys, this is like super lightweight plastic. You can add, you have to add a power bank or something for the light under it. But this is not optimal for gemstones, is what I've learned. You cannot even attach your tweezer, your gemstone holder onto this. This is not detachable. The biggest problem is really all of it, like not all of it, but also the resolution is more. It's a stronger magnification with less resolution. That's how I describe it. I'm not really into a jade. Like it's a matte stone, right? I'm not too into it. Like I have no experience with that. I don't know. Like I said, I would not recommend this. Like I'm still figuring it out. I'm trying it out, but it's not stable enough. It's also vibrating a lot, and it needs to be more stable. This is from. Let me show you. Still have it packaged here. So what you just saw is from this brand here, K&F Concept. They make amazing lenses for cameras. Still got a one of these, but I don't know. This is more for biology, in my opinion. This is very nice if you want to gift the child a nice microscope, maybe. Upalite. Oh, I know those. Yeah, they're at the beaches, right? You find them at the beaches with a very strong UV torch, and then you will. Yeah, I like those actually. Upalites, however they are called. Pretty dope. I wouldn't worry too much about the magnification, how much magnification you need. It's let me see. I have my. Let me show you. Compound. This is dirty as fuck. Oh my god. It's full of dust. So I have this modified compound microscope here, which is now pretty dirty. Had to modify it. And this is what I've used in the past. It does its job, but it's horrible. It's not meant for gemstones. I had to modify it, and yeah. That one was 100 euros or something like that, but I had to modify it. Wait a second, my battery's dying. Stereo zoom is the same thing, I think. You know, it's just that you have two optics in it, right? A stereo microscope is defined by having two optics that gives you a three-dimensional image. You can have a compound microscope with just one optic in it, and that splits into two separate eyepieces, but it's still a compound. A stereo is with two optics in it. So the base of the stereo microscope is two optics combined, creating a stereo image. And the problem with these microscopes is you don't have enough magnification to, let's say, see a three-phase inclusion. If you want to see a high-resolution image of a very small inclusion, you will have to spend more money on that because these are quite expensive. Stereo microscopes that have a higher magnification than 40x. Let's say you want 90x magnification. It's quite expensive in high quality. And it's also, like I said, it's huge. Stereo microscopes are huge. It's not really convenient. I've been involved with GEMS now for 5 years, non-stop. Where did you go to school? In the streets. Street education. Street education. No, it's only 4 a.m. Both is beneficial. I mean, it depends. If it's a good deal, buy the stone. If you find rough that has potential, buy the rough. There's no laws or rules, especially in this business. Like it's whatever. You can find amazing stones. People have rough, they cut it. They do the dirty work for you, like with this here. I didn't cut this. I did the Indian guy, he bought the rough. He didn't know what to do with it. He thought it's worthless at a certain point because it's not usable, and then this is the best piece he got. He sold it to me. So it's all about connections in the end. Like, make sure you are a great person, you are honest, you are on point, you show up, you are dressed well, you smell good, you can explain yourself well, and then things will fall into your lap. That's how I explain it. Yeah, it's opal. It's Australian opal. The new GIA microscope 6600. Yeah, but that's an analog microscope, right? What I'm talking about is you can get whatever. Like you can spend even 4 grand on a used one, but it will be big. It will be heavy. Won't be able to pack it into a backpack and fly to Sri Lanka and take a look at some sapphires. You know, you won't be able to do that. So what I'm trying to find is a microscope which I could recommend to you guys that you can stuff into your backpack, you know, and even take digital videos, photos with. The Mark 7, this is a camera, right? Trying to upgrade the Mark 7. That's hilarious because they all told me it's Ethiopian opal. And I'm like, bro, how uneducated are you guys? Like the whole JTC tower told me this is Ethiopian opal, and I was like, I don't know. And how do I know? Like I can tell, like just by looking at it, and I have made several UV light tests, etc. But yeah. That's nice. Yeah, have it portable. That's always my recommendation. Try to be as mobile as possible. Because if you're stationary, it's like, yeah, it's only possible to evaluate at a place then. The dog field unit. Dog field is quite easy. I mean, when you look at it from a simplistic point of view, it's just the gemstone and a light under it and a light above it. And that interference creates that dark field illumination. I mean, my old microscope had a special unit that was a little bit more sophisticated. It was basically a ring around it was a black base with a reflective ring around it or something like this, and that was a special dark field unit. But yeah, to get that effect, you just need a light above it and under it, same effect, in my opinion. GIA microscope. I don't know. I would not buy a GIA microscope. Like it's probably overpriced, most likely. Before I buy a GIA microscope, I would actually buy a Carl Zeiss microscope. I would buy a stereo microscope from Carl Zeiss. That would probably be the same price. To connect with the miners, you have to travel to that country. Like it's not that easy. Or you know someone already. But like I said, it's unlikely to happen unless you spend, let's say, 100 grand. Like even the miners have already connections. Like it's not like these miners are poor people. Like a person that owns a Muso Emerald mine is not a poor person. He doesn't need you. What can you bring to the table, right? And if you just want to buy one time, it's like, yeah, I don't, they don't really look for people like that. From my experience, they look for people that are able to provide every month money, every quarter money, and it's guaranteed. Not people that just are like, yeah, I want to try it out, this and that. It's not that's not how the business works. But like I said, it's all levels to this, from $50 a carat to $50,000 a carat. You can find anything, right? So just go out there and look for whatever fits you. There's no blueprint to this. You cannot say, I cannot give you advice on this and be like, yeah, you have to do this and that. It's quite difficult. Victor Carranza, isn't this the guy who owned the horses? Like he owns horses that cost like $2 million or something like this. He was the kingpin of the Muso Emerald mines. There's a documentary on him. Wasn't that guy? And that's the highest level, obviously. Like a kingpin like that, even to reach out to that guy is impossible. Like he's so rich, you cannot imagine. Like it's also interesting because you think like, oh, these poor Colombian emerald miners, like yeah, the miners probably they are probably not that rich, but the owners of that mine that hold kilos of rough emeralds in their hands, these guys are unimaginable rich. Like they are very, very rich. Didn't he die? Victor, wasn't that the old documentary guy? I think I posted some of his videos. It's also interesting to look at. Like you would think these people would go to Europe and live a lavish lifestyle here. No, they stay in Colombia. They just have a helicopter and 10 horses. Each horse costs like $2 million, and they live their life happily there. It's insane, but that's the reality of it. So you can find everything from the poorest of the poor people that trades literally to survive to the helicopter billionaires. What does prorate mean? Can I prorate in the Zoom? Prorate. I have no clue what that means. I mean, you have optical zoom and digital zoom, obviously. A digital zoom is interesting when you have a LCD screen on top and you need to zoom in on something, but optical zoom is in the end the real zoom, right? You don't want a digital zoom because you just get distortion and noise, and maybe 3x digital zoom is okay. 3.5, I think that's the maximum. 3.5 additional digital zoom. Yeah. You calculate the stereo zoom the same way you do with any other microscope. Compound and stereo is the same, it's the same thing. The only difference is that you have two optics in there, so it's basically the same. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, I don't think why should it be different? It's the same thing. It's just that you have a wider view. You have a three-dimensional view. That's the only difference. Of course, I'm not a I'm not an optic expert. I have some people here in Berlin that literally they calculate lasers out and actually cut optics from calcite. I can talk about that with them, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. This is impossible to answer. What is a fair price for minorly included Colombian emeralds? Like, impossible to answer because the color variety is so big. It's all about the intensity of the color. Then, if they are minorly included, only minor inclusion, 4 to 5 point for. I don't even know what you mean. You mean 4 to 5 carats or point four, 0.4? Yeah, cannot answer that. You need to get into the industry to understand it. I never set up a distribution for selling gems. I don't know. Like it's difficult to answer. You would have to have jewelry stores, I guess, or private investors that collect gemstones. I don't know. It's not my it's not my it's not what I'm into. I would like to do that too, but it's not that easy. A lot of people would do it if it would be easy. That doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue it, but it's complicated. I mean, once you are successful in that, what you're trying to do, distributing gemstones from rough to the jewelry stores, etc., you will you made it basically. This is the dream of everybody, isn't it? No, I always looked up to biologists and chemists because I think if you have a background in chemistry or biology, this is very simple. This is very primitive. Like geology is very primitive. I mean, gemology is primitive. Geology is more sophisticated. It's more difficult to understand. But chemistry is on a whole nother level. Like and people can't even grasp how complicated chemistry can get. And biology is a whole nother topic. But understanding that there's a lot more to know and you basically know nothing, that helped me a lot because then I was like, okay, what are these? Now getting to know the optic guys was very interesting because these guys they're calculating laser measurements out. Like it's insane. Like how strong has the intensity to be for the laser? How strong is the polarization effect? Like this type of stuff. It's very very difficult. It's basically optic engineering, right? Optic engineering, optical engineering. So this whole gemology stuff is very simple compared to that. I mean, generating profit from gems. If you know what you're doing, you always make profit. The question is, how much profit do you want to make? How easy you want to sell it? Like, I can make off each gemstone $500 tomorrow easily, but I think it's not. It's still too low. Like, I need to make a lot more profit of each gemstone because the effort of getting these stones was so high, right? You always have to think about if I have 4 stones and I make $500 each stone profit, I made a $2,000 profit. But I've been flying to Thailand for this stuff. I've been living there for 4 months. I've been searching for stones. It's not worth it. What are $2,000, right? So it all depends. Like, yeah, exactly. The intensity of the color, where it's certified, etc. The treatments. I'm from Germany. Yeah, also the color center is very interesting when you really look into sapphires and you realize, especially in blue sapphires, you need an even distributed color. And also in emeralds, it's the same thing. It's just not as apparent, but it's also very important. The homogeneous color is the most important thing when you really want to know why a stone has a certain color. It's mostly because they have a good distribution of color. Yeah, it's kind of true. Yeah, the miner does all the work, and yeah, it's like a food chain that goes on. It's not about selling. For me personally, it's not about selling. It's more about educating myself, becoming an expert, and creating connections. If you are able to create connections, that's when you made it, right? When you have connections into higher tax bracket people, if you into higher income status people, you get a connection with these people. That's in the end the goal. Or intelligent people, like people that run laboratories that are creating optics. You know, that type of stuff. That's interesting. But just simply making money with this, I mean, you can make with other businesses a lot more money than with gemstones. Polarized scope. I have been not in Indonesia or Kalimantan. The Polaris scope is also interesting because I bought some of China and it was trash. It didn't work at all. Then I tried some out from Thailand, which also are manufactured in China, obviously, but they have been working pretty well. So it's about where you buy them from. You have to try it out. But it's not shouldn't be expensive. Like it's very simple stuff. And I would not trust on German technology anymore. Like with loops and optics, etc. Like a lot of the stuff is just very sad. British people used to write "made in Germany" on goods for as an exclamation that it's bad quality, and now it's getting back into that direction. Actually, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I can tell you that the Chinese loop that Gem True gifted me is 100 times better than any loop from what's the name of the brand? Eschenbach, like the German brand, completely trash. Every loop trash. They cost hundreds of euros. It's all trash. I mean, up to 100 euros, I think. 120 is the highest. Yeah, it's a nice business. If you have fun making the rough, the cutting, the jewelry pieces, whatever. I need 48 millimeter polariscope. You mean the diameter of it, or? I think the Hawk loop is the best that I have seen. Also price wise, it's 400 euros, I think, 4 to 500 euros. It's called the Hawk. It's made in Switzerland. This is definitely a little microscope. It's a very good 10x. It's the best in my opinion. I don't have family in the business, no. I don't think so. I don't think I will go to the shows in the near future. It's all the same stuff. It's repetitive then. Yeah, that's the tricky part, right? You want to have a polarizing filter that fits on top of the microscope optics, which would have to be custom, I think, unless you have yeah, I mean, I don't know. Have you found any? Like I didn't. So yeah, the Hawk. The love for the gemstones got me into the business. I want to see it. It's very interesting. You mean the 10x loop from Switzerland is called the Hawk loop. It's a 10x loop. Very simple. What's up, Ismail? It looks so cool, but it's not usable. It is somewhat usable, but yeah. Let me turn it on. Let's see. Cool thing is the optics have LEDs attached to them, so each optic has its own LED set. It's pretty dope. Got like a USB 2.0 or 3.0 and the USB-C. For the charging is the USB-C. I got this, the power button. I don't know what to do with it yet. Maybe I'll send it back. Maybe they give me my money back. I don't know. The only cool thing is the weight. It's very lightweight and the high magnification. You can find the three-phase inclusion in a lot of emeralds from a lot of origins. It's the shape of the inclusion. The zigzag. If it's a zigzag shape, then it's Colombian. If it's square or, you know, like boxy, it's African or Afghanistan, depends. Any other origin. Try this one. So yeah, this would be dark field illumination, kinda. It's not a real dark field, but it gives the same effect. You have under it a light and above it. Yeah, Zambian has also these boxy three-phase inclusions. Or needles. Like I've seen some needles in Zambian. It's all on the internet. You can find a lot of inclusion images on the internet. I mean, I would look at it on the microscope, and then I would also put a UV light on it. UV light is important. You would work downwards. If you work from the diamond industry is kind of fraud, in my opinion. I mean, it's not really like you don't really deal with rare items. Then it's more of a prestige item. A diamond is a prestige item that is for elite people that don't know about gemstones. That's how I describe it. Because you can replace it. Like a diamond, you can replace. You have a 5 carat diamond, you can replace it easily. But if you have a 5 carat Colombian emerald, old mine won't be able to replace it, right? Yeah, long wave. You don't need short wave for this. Long wave UV light, 365 nanometers. 365, but with a filter. Definitely get a UV light with the filter. You need a filter on it. Very important. Especially for recognizing oil. You want the best of the best, so go with a filter. It's also very cheap. You can get it for $10 or something on the internet. This stuff is getting so cheap, guys. Like, this is literally the renaissance of technology here, man. Like, it's ridiculously accessible. And that's amazing because we can use these tools to identify stones. It's amazing. Same with UV light. Like, UV light used to be very hard to get and expensive back in the 90s, right? But now you can buy it everywhere. Yeah, I don't know if there's a phosphorescence on the shortwave UV light in resins, or I don't think so. I never looked at it that way. Maybe you found out something new. Maybe that's the new way to look at it. I don't know. You know there are no limitations. Like maybe you become a pioneer in understanding the new oiling, or I don't know. I mean, Chelsea filters, isn't it the same thing as UV light a little bit? Like a UV reactive stone is also. Hmm. Let's just say if the emerald has a UV reaction, that it has a different chemical composition than the other ones, right? Like it's rarer to see a UV reactive emerald. It's quite rare to see, from my experience. Usually only the oil is reactive, like the oil or the resin. There's a market for everything. It's just difficult to sell, I think. It's just takes longer time. The fuck? Did it just die? I'll text you on Instagram. We will see. Seems like the battery is already empty. No, it's not actually. Oh, I forgot. Just turn the lights off. It's not empty. Don't worry. That would be horrifying if that would be already it. Luckily, it's not. I mean, UV light helps you identify the resins. Like, it's not that easy to see. If you shine UV light on it, you can see in between the gaps if it's UV reactive. What's up, Mohammed? Oh, man. Smuggle a gem? No. For what? No. Like, I have learned from people this is very dangerous. Like, if you're really in the countries where shit goes down, I don't know, man. Like, it's not worth it, probably. It's not worth it to get into trouble. It's not as easy as in Germany, right? Like in Europe and Germany, the police is still not that hardcore. But if you are in Colombia or in Africa, I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that. Nah, stick with the UV light. That's it. And also look at the surface of the stone. If the surface has cracks in it, most likely there you will see the rainbow colors, the rainbow inclusion, and then it's most likely oiled. But even that, it's difficult. Like emeralds also have rainbow inclusions. Like it's very difficult. Like I said, a lot of this is also, yeah, it's just an estimation. It could be oiled, could be not, whatever not. In the end of the day, you will have to have maybe an spectroscopy machine or something like that that would be able to tell. Depends. This is Japanese. Are you from Japan? Korea? Looks interesting. Yeah, we'll text you. Let's see. That's also what I want to look into. Combining then the digital microscope with UV light. That's interesting because that's a whole nother level then. Making growth patterns visible, etc. But this can become quite difficult. I can imagine it's not that easy. I don't know. I don't know yet. I never did that. It's the first time I do it. So that's the dope microscope. This is it. This is the one with the screen even. Doesn't look that amazing, but this is it. This is what you need. You see the filter on top of the lens? That's a polarizing filter. And no microscope has that. This is the only microscope in the world that has that at that price point at least. Like it's pretty dope. And you have a screen on it even. It's pretty dope. So this is it. Like it's my first catch and perfect. Right away, perfect. I really appreciate it now because now I know like this is a one of a kind microscope. Because then I thought this would be it. That's not it. Even though this has like lenses, you look at this, how cool this is. The LEDs are attached to the lens and they turn off if you screw it off. It's pretty dope. But it's not about that. It's about the overall accessibility and being able to see the light. Changing the lighting is very important. Let's just say that. Thank you, Carlos. I'm not a gem dealer. I'm just into gemstones. I mean, most people that deal in gemstones are like they don't know stuff about gemstones. They just want to make money, right? Like it's not. They don't run a laboratory. Like it's more like what Dr. Peretti does. That's what I'm looking into. Becoming an expert in this. You know. Yeah, of course. But then it's like find a microscope at that price point that has that. No microscope has it. It's the only one. So yeah, it's not about what it has. It's about accessibility. Not everybody can afford a microscope. You know that's super expensive. Like if most people just have $100, $200, that's totally okay. You know, this is how everybody starts. Not everybody, but most people. It doesn't have a name. I mean, it's the prototype. I can buy these of China, put my name on it, and brand it myself. You can buy this probably already on Amazon in your country. It's not a secret. It's about the model. Like each Chinese product has a model, and that model can be branded by anyone. You know. The best piece of jewelry. I think hanging earrings. If they are hanging, it's big stones. That's crazy, but it needs to be like 5 carats, like big stones hanging for women. That's sick, and rings and pendants, like basically everything. But not so much in earrings. I wouldn't recommend that so much because it's still like you need to be able to see the color, and it's difficult. Like, yeah. Pendants, probably. A pendant and a ring. Pendant and ring. But you need to be careful with the rings, obviously, because it's a fragile stone. Yeah, it's all about relationships. I mean, yeah, that's a big earring, I know, but to be able to provide that fire, that flashiness in an earring, I think 5 carats is appropriate, you know? Okay, maybe three to 5 carats. But I think if you're on 5 carats, that's a good size. I mean, look how tiny this is, right? This would be like 1.5 carats, something like this. I was wearing them 2 carat emeralds, Colombian emeralds, round cut earrings at the jewelry store, and yeah, they didn't look that amazing. Like it literally looked like a dark piece of glass in my ears. Like, and it cost you 20 grand each ear, so it's like It's not worth it really. Like it's you better off wearing a cubic zirconia or something than spending that much money on a green piece of Colombian emerald in an earring. What's up, Ceylon Gem Hunter? Yeah, it's obviously a high class boutique. They sell Patek Philippe watches, they sell Hublot watches, they sell Rolex watches, etc. So they yeah, let's just say it's 5 times the price I would pay for it. 5 times, around 5 times. If I would need perfectly matching round shape 2 carat stones, I would pay 1/5 of what they demand. And they just sold one pair in 2 years. No, in 1 year. It's been now a little over a year, and they sold just one pair. So yeah, I mean, not too bad, I guess. I don't know. Just selling one pair. I mean, they made their money, I guess. Impossible to tell, Mitchell. You cannot tell it on over the internet like that. It's all about the overall quality. Yeah, 1 carat is too small in my opinion. Even the stones I have one that's 2 carats or 1.7 carats. It's too small. Like sapphire is a heavy mineral. What's up, RS